We are the Confident Communicator, and I am Seema Mehta, along with my partner Deepma Jadeja. Welcome to Imperfect Parenting. Together, let's get on a journey of discovering kindness, success, and happiness courageously, fearlessly, and by holding ourselves to a standard of grace, not perfection. It is our mission at the Confident Communicator to empower kids and adults discover their own uniqueness through our coaching, training, and soft skills program. We welcome you to a new chapter of Imperfect Parenting, a series dedicated to discovering our own uniqueness without judgment by chiseling away all superfluous materials within ourselves.
I think the extremely important, I've thought about this a lot, nothing should define you. Okay, and money should not define. And I think that is, so having money, I've talked to, leading spiritual people, etc., etc. There's lots of these spiritual guys drive Mercedes and have all the, bells and whistles around them. They're given those. So I remember talking to them. So he said, no, there's nothing wrong with all of this.
Yes.
Does it define you? Then there's something.
Then there's something wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
So we
But
don't have to look at money as something. If I have earned X number of rupees or dollars, then I'm successful in my life.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not. So that should be completely out of your head. That's a great point.
That I think is an extremely, extremely important point, that it should not define
very
you.
Valid. Very valid.
For all of us. So this power of compounding that you spoke about, okay, I cannot begin to tell you that is the most vital mathematical concept ever.
So Deepma had warned me before we started this show that Kavita will talk a lot about the power of compounding. So now I'm very curious to know what you mean by that.
Okay, so money multiplies, right? You have simple interest and you have compound interest.
Money makes more money.
Yeah, so if you allow the money to grow, then it's basically compounding year on year. But the magic about compounding is that it doesn't happen early.
Right.
That magic comes to play 25 to 30 years later on.
Right. So you have to expect that it's a marathon. It's not going to be overnight.
It's like having your child, and you're not going to send your child to work when he's 1, right?
Right.
So you'll have to wait till he's 18, 20, 25. Okay.
Right.
So the same way you need to explain to them that when you're doing your power of compounding mathematics in school, pay attention to that, and you can show them and make them do an exercise that if you were to put away 500 rupees a month and let it compound at 8%,
correct,
not very high, tell them to do the math and bring you a table.
Correct. And see the number in another 15 years, what it will grow to.
Not 15. As I said, it has to be,
maybe
it's a
30 years.
30 years is
when they are adults and when they will actually need that kind of money.
Yes, and then the second example you can give them is that same pool if you just increase by 10% every year. So first year you're putting 500, next year 550, next year 600.
What will that
just make them do the same table for 30 years and see what it comes out.
I think that makes it more believable because you're actually seeing how the number grows.
Yeah, so, and simple. Then one day you can say, okay, now change the rate from 8 to 7. See what difference it makes. Change the rate from 7 to 9. See what difference it makes. And if you just make them do that as a maths exercise, I think you will also be astounded.
Actually,
so we do financial literacy even for the poor.
Yeah.
So for the poor, what we tell them is that if you do this for 2 generations, and like our maids and drivers have worked with us they've seen our kids grow up.
Yeah.
So they've seen 20, 25 years pass quite easily. Now they have their own children. I say that if you do it for 1 generation and 1 generation more does it, you will be out of the poverty trap forever.
That's true. And that's very empowering. Yeah. Give us some tips on what are the steps that parents can take and how can they get a child started in the arena of investment, as I would like to call it.
Okay, so first I would say is that play that game.
Yes. Okay?
Number 1. Get their risk, assess their risk appetite, see what their approach is.
Okay? Around between the age of 5 and 10.
5 and 10 you can do, Okay. important to know how to make a budget.
Never
taught in school, never taught in college. So
Yes.
please make them make budgets right
I
from the
hope
beginning.
all the educators in the world are listening. We got to teach
Yes.
this in school. Yeah.
Yes. Then
And
let
what does a budget involve, Kavita? So it
Yeah.
involves what you're getting in and
what you're spending on.
okay. Just simple basic income.
Simple basic.
Can we say something like this? If a child is saying, I want a bicycle, right?
Yeah.
I want a bicycle. Can we connect their financial plan or whatever that they want to do with something
Yes.
that they want and say, okay, you
Yes.
want a bicycle, you got to budget for it. You know,
Yes.
you got some savings. Grandparents are giving you in Diwali, parents are giving you pocket money. Let's see
Right.
how much you can contribute. So maybe we can connect a financial plan with something that they want.
Absolutely.
Right?
So like a cycle would cost 12,000. If it means waiting for 6 months to buy it, so be it.
So be it.
Yes.
Yes.
So no instant gratification. So be it.
Absolutely.
Make the budget. Say, okay, this is how it will add up till next year. Buy it. Then.
Good. Good.
So that is
We
it.
can even connect it to chores. I mean, if you don't have money,
I was
do chores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just going to say, let them earn based on chores done, even if they are household chores.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if they need to, if they want to earn faster and they say, okay, we will do this,
Huh.
take the garbage, do dusting, do whatever. It doesn't normally, somebody would say, why would you pay a child, show the dignity of work in the house is, but hey, it's a game. We're not.
Yeah, it's a game. Yeah.
It's okay. If
Yeah,
it's
and they
them-
understand the value of money. That's what we're
Yeah.
trying to do here.
Yeah. I didn't bring up the aspect of giving to the needy.
Donating a
Yes.
percentage of your earnings.
Yeah. So whether it's
That's
a
so
better,
beautiful. Thank you for bringing that up. That's so
Not
Yeah.
only,
Yeah.
yes.
yeah. So then they also begin to realize the value of that money, and that person who's begging or is asking or whatever is also makes them realize that, hey, that small amount that you gave me is also very meaningful. So it gives them a little context that they have, what they have and what the other person doesn't
And
have.
they will learn something about empathy and kindness. And that's very
Exactly.
important. I tell my children all the time, every month, 10% of my earnings go to some donation. It's probably a very small amount, but
Yeah.
I will do it every month. It happens
Yeah.
every month, and I share that with them. It's important for parents to do it and then talk about it.
Exactly.
Both things are important. Yeah.
Yeah.
They will do as you do, not as
Yeah.
you say.
Hey, exactly. Then, like I said about college, when they go, involve them with the budgets, involve them with the expenses. Don't give them everything that they need.
Yeah.
Let them earn and make ends meet. Like the example that you gave, Seema, of your
Yes.
daughter and the
Yes.
ticket. Let her, step up in terms
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Then the other very important is respect for money.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds a little
Tell us about it.
philosophical.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah. So as I said, the aspect of it not defining you, and the aspect that it is an integral part of your life, and the same way as you respect your body, and you enrich your mind, and you respect. You have to pay respect. You may, not do it, and then you will see the consequences of that.
Correct.
So the same way, respect for money. I think COVID was for our children, they'll remember COVID. Okay, it impacted them.
Yeah.
So we need to tell them about the fact that money is important. A certain level of money is important. It doesn't define you, and therefore keep it in its place. It's not that I'm now driving a Porsche or I'm driving a Mercedes, so I've reached out there. You're still the same human being.
Yes.
You will still come with nothing. You will
Correct.
still go from
Go
this
with
world with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So please do not get this thing that if I'm earning millions and millions of dollars or whatever, I am somebody different.
Correct.
You're not. Nobody is different. We all wake up the same way. We all do the same thing every day. It may just be a slightly different environment, and we will all go away one day. Last thing I would say, that even spirituality comes easily when you have money.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
It comes much easier.
Very,
Yes.
yeah, life is a little bit easier when you have money saved
Yeah.
away and invested.
Yes.
So even if you want to say, oh, Abhi, I am now in my spiritual zone and
Yes.
that sort of stuff, that happens only when they say philanthropists and all of that. Because they have so much they can give.
Yes.
Correct.
If you don't have it, you're not going to give. No.
Correct. I mean, we have Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and all these
Yes.
people who are donating most of their incomes
Yeah,
because
but
they
it's
have so much more to give.
give. Yeah. But so you have to be able to give.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
So get there, get to that
Get there.
point.
But
And,
again, like,
and also, I love what you said about, it's not just enough that you make money, but you also give it to other people who need it. So that empathy, kindness also should be there, because again, that money doesn't define who you are. You are not going to say, oh, no, ye mera hai. It's not mine. I mean, it's for everybody to enjoy, right? Beautifully said.
And if you see all the Warren Buffett and all also, they don't lead very rich lives. They lead simple lives. Okay, at the end of the day, that's all you can live. As you're growing older.
Yeah, because they always looked at money as a game, right? It's like, how do I use my intelligence and my hard work and my research to make this grow? I mean, they don't do it just, I want to have a.
Strangely, even for their children, they have not left it in all abundance. They've given it. They've left them comfortable.
Which shows value and respect, right?
Exactly.
These two things are very easily coming out. Yeah, absolutely.